Right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the final push CAT workshop that's going to help you get prepped and answer your questions for the upcoming prac paper. So I'm just going to go live on TikTok. I just need to share my screen. But let me know who you are, where you were joining from, and in the chat, put your questions. Okay, so we can slowly start going through that. The focus of today is to go through the 2024 IEB and DBE paper. So we want to see what sort of questions they're asking us, and then we'll take it from there. So I'll give you a couple of minutes just to jump in. Okay. I might switch my camera off from time to time, don't worry. Yes.
That same question. The last HTML question.
Good morning.
Bring back to the top of the page.
Yeah, that back to the top.
But in the prelims, it was only with one more. Something like that. And it was so
3 marks. That's interesting.
This question. Back to the top on the bottom of the web page. That was that home thing. I hate the question. So can I take this copy?
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome to do that.
Everyone's saying oh wow, sounds so beautiful. I love this color. Wow, yesterday. I made some mistake in my system. No, it's my sister's name too. Actually, not sister's name too.
I'm looking at 2023.
Spelling fanatics. Mine was then doing Hambury. Nails. That is one.
Sorry, I'm still here. Don't worry. Let's see. 2024.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Good, thanks, and you?
I'm great. I love yours. Oh my gosh. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, okay. God, can you not hear me using it?
No, please, you can't forget your stuff yet.
No.
Like, no.
Whoa.
Sure, are you moving on already? Okay.
Everyone finals yet.
That didn't take long.
12 exams and then I'm out of here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm counting down. Yes, boy. Literally writing back, and then I've got a week. And then that Sunday is my birthday, and then I have to write maths 2 on Monday.
Okay, so do me a favor, just let me know if you can hear me, if everything's coming through clearly before I start sharing my screen.
Kids write when you write physics and chemistry, then the maths you the math the kids don't have at the same time as math. That's amazing. I love that life. You're gonna still be with us because we're gonna be stressing about chem and physics. And you're like,
Yay! Math lit. Oh gosh. So they can't hear. Can they hear us?
Oh, they probably will, yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Hey, it's fine.
No. It's grade 12s here, it's fine.
yeah, we write maths 2 first, that's on the 27th. We write.
Here we go, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, so you guys can
Hello, everyone.
You and I with us chem and physics. So I still get to see you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, my whole group comes. Okay, you're going to hear me and my learners here as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning. Hello, hello, hello. Morning, 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 everyone. Let's just get the projector up. Just busy setting up quickly, everyone. Okay, so we want to get signed in. We want to have a look at everything. There are 2024 papers here, so you can grab those papers with the insert.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Wow.
That was great, bro.
Wow.
How you? Come on.
Sure.
Lord, people, get us some. Okay.
I'm gonna show you that. I'm show you that. Nails the.
Wait, I want to taste the rainbow.
All right, right. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the 2024 paper, that final of last year. We're going to be looking at most likely a 2024 DBE paper as well. And we'll probably end up looking at the prac, the September prac that we wrote. So log in, you'll see on the CAT server. Morning. On the CAT server drive, there's actually a folder called the final push that's got everything in it. So you can open up there and you can go in. Okay, so we're gonna be going through question by question. Obviously, there are things, grade 12s, that we should know by now already, right? Monday session, as I mentioned on the group, Monday session, I'm going back through all the way to grade 10, going through all that prac work. Again, not every single item, but most of them, so that we are sorted. Okay, so if we look at this paper, let me just swap screens here quickly so that we can see. Yeah, the 2024 paper. The final push. Okay, so we just want to look through first of all the instructions, because these are the same things that's going to come up this year, in fact, Friday when you get that. So please just bear in mind, you are now a number. You are now a number. So I don't want to say you don't matter, shame it. But the whole thing here is now you've gone from changing that folder to your name, surname, prelim prac, to now changing it to your exam number. So please make sure all that documentation is here. You've got everything in place, and then you're going to be changing that folder to whatever your exam number is. You need to get that right, because if you don't, that's a problem when we get to the exam center and we mark. Okay? So just bear that in mind. Right, the next thing, here's another one, the developer tab. Please make sure that when you open Word, like now, open Word, go in, and then make sure that the developer tab is there. Okay, so if it's not there, where do we go? File. Options. I'm listening. Customize ribbon. And then we go look for developer. Okay, so before you even start, make sure those things are there. All right, just make sure it's there. Put that tick in, click OK, and you should have your developer tab up here on top. Okay, you can also see what we're mainly using that for, those legacy form tools and the macros. Okay, next one. Please make sure and check this now for me. Now that you're in there, make sure the page size is set to A4, because they're giving you this as the instructions. So once we start in question 1, they are assuming that you've put that in place. Okay, so you want to make sure that your page size is A4, that you've set the margins accordingly before you start question 1. Okay. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, they just mentioned don't rename any files or folders unless instructed to do so. Don't create files and folders. Now, this is important because some of you in Word, you'll end up creating copies of files because maybe you didn't do something correctly in the file and then it becomes a problem. So please, if you're going to make copies of things, just make sure you've renamed it and you deleted the original one. Right? So that when we mark, if they say there's supposed to be a completed merge file, that there's only one file. Okay. Usually at marking, what happens is we have to look at both. But again, that's out of our hands. It depends on what they say. So I would advise just make sure if you open that folder and it started with 4 files, that you end up with 4 files. Yes.
So, for the 2023 paper, there was like you have to extract the file and stuff. If you have the extracted file there and then also the
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, yeah, sorry, I've just got some questions here. Yes, I am going to post videos for grade 10.
So you stream right now?
Yeah. Okay, my learners in class here are getting excited now because I'm going live. You know they can hear you, right? Okay. All right. So let's look at our data files. Please make sure everything is there. Another tip, when you get everything, you've sorted all that, and please, we can do this in the 10 minutes before. making sure all those things are set in place. The next one you want to do is make sure the data files are all there. Right? Once we've got the right data files, now we can move on to question 1. Now they give us a scenario for question 1. They talk about the ranch here. They tell us a whole story around that. Not too fazed about that. We want to look at the skills that we need to exhibit now. And folks, I don't know, Kaylee, this is the 2024 IEB final. Okay, so file and folder management should be the easiest section, right? In the final last year, before we do it, we're just going to look at it quickly. We're talking about 16 marks, okay? That should be a guaranteed 16 marks. Why? Let's have a look. Look at what they're asking you to do. For the first one, ensure that the view in the File Explorer window is set to small icons. So what's the problem with that? Right? We're going to go through this. We're just looking at what's needed. Then we need to determine the author, copy the file path of the database, determine the data that the file contact details, or sorry, the date that the file contact details was created, the file size in bytes. Okay? Again, this goes back to grade 10 work. Then create a folder, move all image files, create a shortcut, extract the folder, save the file, protect the document, and group the contents. Okay, so there is nothing there that's out of the ordinary. So let us look at going to do that. All right, so that's file and folder management. Let me open that up. So your data files will be in the folder IEB exam number. And that's what it should look like. Let me just move myself. Yeah, I'm just moving myself out of the picture here. Okay, so let's go into question number 1. And let me just move this paper over so we know what we're doing. Right, first one. Ensure that the view in the File Explorer window is set to the small icons layout view. So where do we go for that? We're going to go View, Small Icons. 1 mark, just like that. You want 5 marks for that? Okay. Bonus marks. All right, let's look at the next thing. This is worth 4 marks. These 4 over here. So we're looking at determine the author, copy the file path, determine the date. Now that, you can see all of them, it needs to go into that Q1 answers. So we're going to open up Q1 answers. And there they give us the space. So whatever you find now, we're going to either copy and paste it in here or just type it in. So the first one they're saying to us is to determine the author of the JPG file named Animal Shelter. How are we going to do that? So I'm going to go to Animal Shelter. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go down to Properties. And then, which tab? Details, and that will give me my author. Okay. Now then, the next one they mention, copy the file path of the database called animal. So how do I find that file path? Because there's the file.
So you can go inside.
Okay, but if I don't want to open it, I can just right click on it, go to properties, and there's my location. That location is my file path. Okay, did you see where I went to?
Yes.
I just went to right click on the file, and so then you would copy that. I will try. Thing is, I don't think I'll be able to because it's gonna mess with that and the stream here. Okay. Right, are we sorted with that one? Okay, next one. Determine the date that the file contact details was created. So we've got contact details here. Again, what are we doing? We're going to right click on properties. Can you see how much is in the properties? So while we're there, let's just look at this quickly. Look at the fact that you've got the location, you've got the size. Is that something that they're going to ask? That we already looked at in bytes. They even give it to us in bytes. The date it was created, modified, when last it was accessed. We've also got our attributes. So these are things that do get asked. Okay, like all of this came in the prelims. Yes. Will they ask you to? No, it's really just those two. Okay, then the only other tab they really touch on is the details one. And there you can see everything from your author. They might ask you to change the name of the author as well. Might ask you for some details here, but this is really everything under the properties. Okay, so just looking at that, that already sorts out 1, 2, 3 questions. Now, creating a folder, people. I just want to say this. I know it's a basic thing, but then we're still missing that folder. So I've seen that happen already with some. The folder's either not there, or one of the reasons that they ask us to create that folder is so that we can move files into that folder. Because look at the next question. The next question says move all of the image files. So if I go back over here, how do I know which ones are image files? Is it only going to be .jpg? Okay, but what sort of extensions are there for image files? So I've got JPG, JPEG, .png, .bmp. Those are all image files. Okay, so you want to make sure that you can see the extensions. You'll see if you go under View, Show, and you tick File Name Extensions, you'll actually see those file extensions. So far, so good. Now I'm going to go. It's fine.
I'll try my best not to. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I just came from what's the name? Yeah, I think.
Okay. Right, next one. So we're all fine with that. Everything up to that point is fine. Okay? The next two, and I'm not worried so much about the third one, but the next two are usually where problems start to creep in. Please, if they say to you here in 1.4, move all the image files, then you need to cut all of them. Like if you cut 9 of the 10, you're not going to get the mark. If they say all, you need to go and check that you've done all of them. And again, go step by step through the paper, tick it off, make sure you've done that, and then move on. Okay? Next one says create a shortcut of the folder archive and rename the shortcut to backup. So, how are we going to go about doing that? Because all they want is a shortcut. So I'm just going to right click. And then?
And it's for image.
I'm waiting. Right click.
New. Oh, you're working on the server. Oh, wow.
Yeah, please don't work. Okay, this is another thing. For most of the learners, you're going to be copying from the server through to your desktop. Please, and I know some of you have done this, please work from the desktop. Okay? Also turn that, make sure in Word that autosave is turned off. Because if it's turned on, it's going to OneDrive. Okay? So please just make sure it's turned off and everything you are saving is on your local drive in that folder. Because if anything goes wrong, yeah, it does become a bit of a problem. Okay, so you said we're going to right click. We're going to go new, shortcut. I'm waiting. So I'm going to browse to that file location. What's this one? 2024.
So we just do archive and not the one that's under the archive. What do you mean? Because like I went into, like I was searching for it and then it had like archive and it had like the subcategory of something else.
No, just archive. Just the archive folder, and they want us to rename that to backup. To backup. And then finish.
Oh, wait, I know we did wrong. No, wait, I know.
Okay, so just make sure you've been able to do that now. So we're right clicking on an empty space, new shortcut. Then we're going to point to that particular folder. They might ask us to rename it, and that's it. Do you see that my shortcut is inside this folder? Right? So please also make sure whatever you do in question 1 is in the question 1 folder. Okay. Next one. All they say is, and this is for 1 mark. So that shortcut was 2 marks. So for 1 mark, extract the folder contacts.zip. So look for your contacts.zip. So all we're going to do is what? How do we do that? We're going to right click on it. Extract all. Then it's going to give us this box. It's going to come up with a default location. What will happen is it will extract it into that folder. And all we're going to do is Click extract. And that's it. There we can see we've now got a context.zip and a normal context folder. So just a question now. Of these things that we're doing, what came up in the prelims? Okay. Okay. And if this now came up in 2024 and the 2025 prelim, just saying.
So,
Yes.
the question that we got in prelims was how to hiding like a file or something. Because I tried to do it and I hid everything.
I'll say everything.
Okay. So let's go and hide the context folder. How do we do that? So I've got to right click on it.
Attributes.
I got to go to the attributes, and then I'm going to say hidden. So then I say apply, okay. Then just go up to your view, show, and make sure the hidden items is not ticked. Okay, must I go through that again? Okay, so remember what we're doing in order to hide, we're going to right click. I'm just going to properties. I'm going to the attributes. That's what we spoke about earlier. Okay? And I'm ticking hidden. So I want that folder or that file to be hidden. I'm going to click OK. If you've got the show hidden files option there, what will happen is it will just be sort of transparent. Okay? Have you been able to tick the hidden option? Okay, so you're able to do that. Right, now go to view, go to show, and then you see there where it says hidden items. If you've got a tick next to it, it means that it will show even the hidden items. If we click on that to take that tick away, context should now disappear. Not everything, only contexts. Okay, so now I say to you, I want you to unhide the context folder. Can I unhide it as it is there? No, because I can't even see it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to go view, show, hidden items, and then I can right click on contexts, go to properties, take the tick out of hidden, and apply it, and now it is back there ready for me to use. Will do. I will save it, don't worry. Okay, next one. The ranch presentation. They say there that they want us to save it as a video file. So what's that immediately telling you? The save as. Right, so we still have to open it. And take me through the process. What are we going to do? File. Save as. And then the main change we're making is the save as type. So how do I know which one I can use for a video? Like it literally says there, MPEG 4 video. Click on that. Please, when you do this, just again, make sure that you are saving to the correct folder. Okay, Kaylee, we will see because I'm going to be looking at a DBE paper. So once I'm done with this question one, we'll look at the DBE question one just to see. Okay, no problem. I'm glad to have you all here. No, I'm talking to some here because I'm getting the question in terms of the similarity between DBE and the IEB papers, because obviously there's,
IB's also.
you're going to see. You're going to see. Be careful of the wording you use. Okay, last two. This one, protect the document contents backup so that only users using the password, and they give us the password, can access it. They give us a note there, they say, make sure you use the correct password suggested. So already before you do anything, if you do this and you use the incorrect password, I marked this last year. So I double click on the file. I open it. I use as per the memo that password and it doesn't work. This is should be worth 2 marks. Yeah, 2 marks. So what are you getting the 2 marks for? So the first mark is that you actually did this. You actually protected the document. So in other words, when I open the document, immediately that message must come up asking for a password. That's where you get your first mark. Your second mark is that the correct password was used. Okay? So please, once you've done it, test it. Make sure that it works. Yes.
And every time I pressed restrict access, it didn't want to, like, I pressed it and then it would just blank out.
Okay, so like I say, if you pick up any anomalies in the final paper like that, is anything like that, you must let us know. We then have to make a note of it and send it with everything. So when they mark, they have that with them to see, but there was an issue here or whatever. In fact, okay, just go out of question 1 quickly. Just go out of question 1. I want to show you something. Do you see here at the bottom, you've got a student screenshots file. I want you to open that file. Look what it says there. This document is to be used only if you are having problems getting something to work correctly. So in that case, you're doing something in Word, something doesn't work. You take a screenshot of it, you put it into this file with the question number, and you type your explanation. So what happens is when we get everything, we get this file as well. Because remember, you're sending the whole folder. So if we see something's wrong, we have to go to the screenshots, this particular file, to go and check, did you maybe make a note of anything? It's the same for your theory. Right? Some of you use those pages at the back and then the back of the back as well, because of everything you want to write on there. Then you need to tell us more info at the back so that we know, because what happens with marking is we get split into groups and each one of us marks a particular question. So we just get question 1 or just question 3. And that's all we will mark for the duration of our couple of days there. Right? So please, you need to make those notes, because if I'm marking question 3 and there's nothing else there, and you wrote at the back, what will happen is the senior marker then checks it, and they will check at the back as well to make sure we haven't missed that. Okay? But if there's nothing there, there's nothing to mark. Okay? Right. Let's move on. Okay, so how are we going to do that, by the way? Context backup. Let's open that file. Right, take me to the process. How are we doing that? File, info, protect document. You'll see here we can encrypt with a password. We can restrict editing. We can restrict access. Let's go with encrypt with a password. Let's put the password in here. They're going to ask us to do it again. Okay, so the minute I try and open it again, you see there? That's what you should be getting. We should be getting that dialog box that asks us for the password. Okay, if you are not getting that, you're already going to miss out on 1 mark. Like if that doesn't come up, I don't know what you've done. Because then it means you haven't protected the document, so you're not going to get anything. Okay, and then your second mark will come from the password actually working and the document opening. Okay. All right, then the last one. Group the contents of the folder, of the Q1 folder, according to name. That's the first thing. Then they want us to take a screenshot of it. Now, people, you can use the print screen button on your keyboard. You can go and look for the snipping tool. Whatever makes you happy, it's fine, as long as that screenshot is there. So we're not too worried about the screenshot. How are we going to group the contents of this folder according to name? So you're going sort, and there it tells us group by, and we're going to go name. And then we take a screenshot of that and we paste it into the screenshot section. Done. So you can take off the entire window if you want to. If you want to crop it, you can. As long as, I think the main thing here is that we can see that this top section from there, that all of that is done. Like you don't have to go into view and then show that group by name has actually been ticked and then put, you don't have to, because that's showing you. Okay. Tiara, yes, this will be posted after the session. Okay. Sorry, my learners are getting a bit excited here because I'm going live on this. Yeah, you know how it is. Okay. Right. Now, I want us quickly to check in that folder if I left you a 2024 DBE paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want us to open the question paper and just see, last year that is what you were asked. Let's see what they were asked in terms of, okay. So there already is your first difference. There's already the first difference. So here with the DBE learners, look what they had to do to get their data. Like just to get the data, they had to do the extraction for the password, all of that to get their data files. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, you can see it's exactly the same in terms of what gets asked. So let's see what they did in question 1. 1.1, edit the author. We know where the author is. We literally went to the author and I said to you, you can be asked to change the author. In fact, sorry, there's this word processing question 1. Let me just go down. I know there was one here. Let me just see if they have, because that's Word, that's spreadsheets, database. Yo. Okay, so that's just general. Okay, so I don't actually see a file management or file and folder management section. I will show you this. That's their tag sheet. That is a massive tag sheet. All right, all right. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. So, are we all okay with question 1? Okay. I'm sure things were brought to your memory now in terms of that which you either did or did not do in the trial paper. But yeah, we won't talk about that. Okay, it's in the past. We are moving forward with this. All right. So let's look at question number 2, and we're going to work in the document. Let me sit down here as I do this. We're going to work in the document 2 ranch info doc. So let's get there. Okay, so when it comes to Word, obviously now the basics are the basics, and they're going to ask you the basics. They're going to bring in a few items that you'd have gotten from grade 10 all the way through to grade 12. So, you know, things like margins, bold, underlined, italic, changing the font type and size and all this type of thing. Those are things we must obviously know. Let's look at the first one. First thing they want us to do for 1 mark is to change the theme of the document to gallery. So where am I going to go to change the theme? I'm going to look at the design tab, and there I've got my theme, and I'm going to go click on gallery. Okay, so let me ask this. What is a theme? When we talk about a theme in Word, it's a combination of the colors, the fonts, all of that grouped together to make a theme. Okay, so we've got that. Then look at the next one. It's something that comes up every single time, and that is modifying the styles. Now, please, I saw a few modifying the incorrect style when it came to trials. Do you see there in 2.2, it says modify the title style. So we want to go to the title style. We want to go and find that, right click on that, and modify. Okay, and then they tell us how it must be modified. So I'm just going to ask this question. Did we find this in the trial paper? Okay. Now, do you see what follows? You see what follows, because we've now got modifying the style, and then added to that, we now need to apply that title style to the title at the beginning of page 1, which is this over here. So let's just ask this question. If you created the incorrect style, like if you modified the wrong style, but you applied it to the correct heading, will you still get the mark for applying the style? Yes. Okay. However, if you've applied it to something else, but you modified it correctly, you'll only get the marks for modifying, not for what you applied it to. Okay, so be careful. When they ask you to modify, it's going to be modify and apply together. Okay, that's what's come up. Yeah, here's a grade 10 question. I mean, all of this is grade 10 stuff so far. Modify the image's width and height to 10 centimeters. Before you do anything, what is that actually telling me? In grade 10, you got slightly different wording. In grade 10, they would say to you, modify the image's size to exactly 10 centimeters high and 10 centimeters wide. That's the wording they would use. In grade 10, how did we do that? We first had to click on our image, and then what? We go up to picture format. We'll go over here to size, to our advanced layout, and the main thing we want to make sure we've done first is to take that tick out of lock aspect ratio. Once you do that, then you can go to your height and you can say, well, I want a 10 centimeters and 10 centimeters as the width. Whatever you type in, it will then adjust to that. Okay. So that's cool.
So go to the size, so you have the advanced thing.
Okay, so we've done that, we've done that. Okay, are we all together? Okay, next one. Page 2. Table of contents. So they're saying to us here that they want us to include a table of contents in any format that you prefer. Display only the headings formatted with the heading 1 style. So where do I go to insert a table of contents? References, table of contents. Am I going to choose any from the list here? They've already given me 2 clues. They've said to me any format, and they've said they only want those with the heading 1 style. So can I just choose the generic table of contents? The normal automatic one? No, I can't. Right? Because if I choose the normal one, it's going to give me heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, all those styles. So I'll have to go custom table of contents. They said any format, but they only want to show level 1. And so I just changed that to 1.
So can you go to options and then tick, put the tick in the heading 1?
Okay, so you can do it that way as well. Okay, so let's just try something quickly. The show levels, I want you to change that to 3. And then I want you to click on options. And you should see that dialog box with a tick on heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. Okay. So I want you to delete 2 and 3. And now we sit with exactly the same thing. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, because if I click OK, you'll see the show levels changes to 1. Click OK, and there it's done. Okay, I want you to do something for me. Let's go to table of contents. Let's go custom table of contents. And I want you to click on options again. So at times I think it was in the previous paper. They said that they wanted you to create a custom table of contents that shows only the headings that have been modified with a particular style. So if that's the case, we still go here you'll just scroll down in this list of options to wherever that style is listed. Okay, so there immediately you can see there's two ways in which they can ask this custom table of contents. Are we together? Please don't say we're together and then we're not together. You must talk. You can talk. It's fine. Okay. Yes.
Is that the lowest in which it is like on?
Correct. So if you have like your level 1, level 2, level 3, because your level 2 will usually be indented and level 3 will be indented. So they'll usually tell you. But you can see, I mean, this was a final paper last year. It's nothing major that they actually asked in this one. No. I hear you. Right. Here's the next one. Yeah, I'm not at Lawson anymore. I've moved away, moved on. Yes.
What is this table entry
No, anything you need to know, trust me, I'll make sure you know. Okay. Right, the next one. 2.6. It says, correct the spelling error on this page. So we are on this page now. And they want us to look for the spelling error on this page. How am I going to find it? What am I going to do? So you say I'm going to right click anywhere here. And then? Because they want us to find the spelling error only on page 2. So what should I do first of all? I should highlight everything on page 2. And then where can I go to? I'm going to go to review, spelling and grammar. Okay. Now, we're doing this because we want to be 100% sure that that is the word that we're looking for, that there's no other spelling issues there. Right, we can make a change. And there we are, done. Okay, next one. So this is for 3 marks. The hyperlink. What are they saying to us? Okay, Kaylee, I will make a note of that. I'll make a note of that one. Change image into a heart. I know you can crop into a shape. Okay, so I just want us to look at something quickly. I want you to go back to page 1, and I want you to click on the image there. Then I want us to go up to picture format. And I want you to go over to crop. Because this was something we brought into the grade 11 paper. And I want you to go down to crop to shape. And let's choose any shape. Yeah, you can take a star and banner or whatever you want to. Click on it and you'll see it will crop your image to that particular shape. So in the grade 11 paper, I brought this into the grade 11 paper. This was the very first question on the first page. Listen. All I did was I just showed them that. And I said, modify the image accordingly. No, they didn't. Like, I think 15% of them got it right. The point was this. If you find that there's something in the paper that you are struggling with, you leave it, you move on, you come back to it. Okay? So that's what I was trying to drill into them. You can sometimes open a paper and that first question hits you. So you need to move on. Move on to the next one, carry on, and you can always come back to it. Okay. Right, what are we looking at next? We were busy with a hyperlink. So let's see what it says to us now, and let's see what we can do. Insert a hyperlink to link the document adoption process located in the question 2 folder. So we want to hyperlink to another document. So let's see where our wording is. The adoption process. We're going to highlight that. And then what are we going to do? We go in, insert, link. There's our hyperlink dialog box. Now, which option are we going to choose for link to? Which option are we going to choose? Are we linking to an existing file, to a place in this document, to create a new document, or to an email address? To an existing file. Then they ask us, do you want to look in the current folder? Yes, because everything should be in the current folder, and there's the PDF. Now, before you get excited and click OK, there we go. We want our screen tip, and the screen tip must say adoption process information. So we're going to click on screen tip. Adoption process information. Click OK. Click OK. So that changes. There's my screen tip. And when I click on it, there my document opens. Kiara, let me make a note of that as well. So you want to add a new image behind a text heading.
I'll take you all three right now.
Behind text heading. Cool. I'll do that. Okay. So let's go and have a look, see where we are now. Right. Now, this one, 2.8. Folks, this is something that comes up regularly. Okay? Do we know, we obviously know now how to resize our images, to put our image next to the text. Like, we should be okay with that. How do I end up doing that? So that's what it will look like. And please, again, you see the border around it? They are not asking you to create a border. They are just showing you, right? This is what it should look like. So all I'm really going to do is I'm going to go up to picture format, and I'm going to go position, and I'm going to say I want it on the right-hand side, and then I'm going to move it. I'm going to resize it a bit. And that's ideally what they wanted. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Yes.
I clicked on the little thing next to the picture, and then did the first one with.
So that there, yeah, layout options. That's fine. That's fine. We've got our layout options that we can use as well.
and then go to with text wrapping into the first one, and then just move it.
Babalo, which file are you talking about? Because I'm going to be sharing these files as well, so you don't have to worry. Okay, right, let's move on. Here we go. The last one for this section is a word count. We're going to go all the way down in our document to insert word count here. And it's for 2 marks. So they're saying insert the word count of the document as a field that can be updated at the bottom of the document. So where am I going to? So I'm going to insert. Here we go. Quick parts. Okay, so they did say they want me to add it as a field, right? Now we need to go check for a field, and the one we can use is num words. And there we go. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Next to founders, let's just add the word and. Yes, you must press OK. So if you've done it correctly and you've added another word, you can actually just right-click on 630 and go update field. And there it's actually showing us we've got 632. Okay. You'd have to. Okay. Okay, so as we go through, let's have a look now. Question 3. We're still in Word. Then once we finish this one, I want us just to see what the difference is again between what we're doing and the DBE section on Word as well. Okay. Then after that, we'll take a few minutes break. Don't worry. I know. Okay, so grade 12s, let's just go through this now and just make sure that we are okay with everything. There's certain things that we should know that I'm not going to touch on every single time because it's just going to take too long. So let's look at this. First of all, 3.1, adjusting the page size. We should all be fine with that. Okay, so do you see from what we did at the beginning in the instructions, it said change to, or make sure it's A4. This is why. Right, so that now when we change it, we are actually changing it to A5. Then changing the page margins. I don't think we need to worry with that. These two I do want to look at. 3.3.1, a text form field. Now, let's first open the proper document. So we are opening the document 3 volunteer registration. Yo.
No, why can't we do? So what if this happens to me?
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? No, like,
Let's get lab 17. Okay. So I'm just making notes on all these things. Okay. So let's just see, what did they want us to do? All right, guys. So the first one said add a text form field to the name field. So we've got name there. Where are we going to go to for that? Which tab? Okay, do you see now? So if you haven't done that, you're going to look for something that's not there. Okay? Oh, no, were there a few of you? Oh. Okay. All right, so legacy form fields. Sorry. You got to go to File. Then Options. Then Advanced. Customize. Cool. Here we go. Okay. So, which option am I choosing? Like it literally says there, text form field. Okay. Next one. Change the text format of the surname field to first capital. So we've got surname here, and they want us to change that. So we need to get into the properties. Now you can either just double click on it, you can go up here to properties as well. Either way. So which option are we going to choose here? Where? So on the text format, first capital, click OK, and there we've done it. Okay. Okay, tab stops, we should know.
So what do they mean by the solid diameter?
Okay, so here, all right, thank you, grade 12s. So how do I insert tab stops?
you go to.
So I was joking. So
Wait, guys, I know how to do it. Oh, go to paragraph.
Where am I going to?
going to home, so
Home,
then
paragraph, tabs, yes.
11 centimeters.
They wanted an 11 centimeter one. And here at the bottom, the leader, you look for the solid line. Like that's literally it.
Is that it?
That's it. And when you press tab, that's what you should see. You must click on the little arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. And then tabs.
Is it full?
Yeah.
There we go.
It doesn't look like it, but when you go into email address and you press tab, that's what's going to happen.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so just
So
do you see why I want to go back on the grade 10 and 11 work?
it was just that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It can be that it separates you from the 90 to 95.
Wait.
That one. The one we can know. Okay, so what's
Oh,
Yeah, so maybe cancel that. Let's cancel.
Next to the email address field. Which I happy
Okay, so there is something that can go wrong there. And maybe this is just for everyone as well. When you open up your tabs, please just be careful over here, because if you change that default tab stop, you're going to have to go and change it back again. So some of you, if you typed in 11 there, it would have done nothing. Then you have to go back, you've got to change that, and then on the other side, the tab stop position, that's the one we set. Okay. Okay, so ensure the checkbox's default is set to checked. So this one over here, our yes, again, we're just going to double click on it. And they say the default value they want it to be set as check. Okay. All right, here's the next few to finish off Word. They say here, add a do not copy watermark to the document. I'm sure we all know how to add a watermark. Are we all okay with that? Because you said you're okay with tab stops as well. Yeah, let's just make sure. Where do I go to? Which tab? Design, watermark, do not copy. If they don't say which one, you can use any one. Okay, next one. They want us to insert an end note on the text newsletter. So we're going to newsletter. They want us to enter a newsletter where the text newsletters are sent out monthly. So where am I going to? References. And I'm going to insert an end note. And what must that text say? Newsletters are sent out monthly. Okay, so let's see how many of you can do this. I got a question here asking how can we convert an end note to a footnote?
It's like right click on it and then it says convert.
Where here?
It should say.
There we go. So all I'm going to do is on the end note, right click on it, and there you can see convert to footnote. Okay, so that's something that might come up as well. Convert your end note to a footnote. And we're just going to right click on that and go convert. All right, we've looked at restrict editing, add in a comment, that's fine, add in a single page border. So that should be fine, formatting a heading. Yes.
How do you convert?
No problem at all.
The symbol next to it to be an asterisk, not
Okay. So where would we go and do that? Because we want to change that I to an asterisk. Where do you think I'd go to do that?
So you can go to note options, so right click on it, note options. And then we have number format.
Number format, that's correct. And then you can scroll down to the one that has the asterisk. So guys, you see here, I've clicked on the end note. I've gone up here to my footnote section under references, little arrow in the bottom right-hand corner. And then you're going to go to number format. Apply, done.
So I think you please help with 3.8, so it's like 3.8.
Yeah. It doesn't have a page. It only has priority.
Yeah.
I'm trying to insert a certain page.
It's just,
There's no page option. Yeah.
it's just 3.8. This would come here.
Is it just?
So,
No.
it's a normal question.
No, it is. And the thing is, guys, what you will discover is when you are here like this, it's sometimes easy to pick up where the issues are, where you've gone wrong. It's easy to do it here. This is why you need to make sure when you come into the exam session, please try and block out all distractions when you wake up on that morning. You know, just get yourself into a nice, calm, settled headspace so that when you walk in here, you can come in and you can write your paper. Okay? Because this is why I never liked, when I was at school, I never liked talking to anyone before I write the paper. Because the last thing you want is for someone that's supposed to be your friend to come up to you and say, so how do you do this? And then you're like, do what? And they're like, no, this particular option. And you're like, you've never heard of it. You know, it can throw you out completely. Okay? So rather don't talk to those people who are going to do things like that. Just pitch up and go straight to where you need to go to and go and write.
So how is it going to work to find this out?
So we are going to have 2 sessions. We've had to apply for that. No, because we it's not really applying. It's basically telling them that your class is too big, so this is what you have to do because you need the space, etc. So the same thing we've done for June is the same thing we're going to do for the finals. The only difference will be it will be in alphabetical order. Only difference. Only difference. So that means we'll have the first, I think we are 31. So we'll have the first 16 and then the last 15. That's how we'll. Okay. So yeah, thank you. I'm here the whole time. So it's over 6 hours. Thanks, man. It's enough cat for one day. Yes. Which number now? So if you enter the wrong exam number, usually what will happen is when we sit to mark, then we have your exam paper that you signed. We have that, and then we check that number with your folder. So we'll usually have to inform our senior marker that there's a change, and yeah.
Say you forget, like on one, like you make a mistake, it's lucky on one of your pages, with the number, or see a train smash.
That I can't answer. I don't know. I would suggest not doing that. Yes, thank you. Hello. I can't. Look, if we're starting, it should be 8 to 11. It's supposed to be 9. Oh, even longer. Even longer. So then it's going to be 9 to 12. We should, because of all the regulations, I'm just going to double check on that, because we'll either start at 12 or 12:30. Not 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is too long. Too long. Then I've got to be here like, what? From 7 till 5 on a Friday. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, it's fine. Okay. So let's look at the last 2 or 3 items. We know how to format a heading. We know how to place text below a heading in a. This one. 4.2. Look at what they're saying, because it seems simple. It's saying place all the text below the heading on page 1 in a text box. So how do we do that? Okay, so that's about us.
Okay, look, 16 and 20.
So, right, I'm listening. How do we do that? Place all the text below the heading on page 1 in a text box. I'm waiting.
Let me just create the text box and just cut and paste it.
So we're going to highlight our text. Yes, Roma? And then we're simply going to go draw a text box. That's all. So there's the question. Place all the text below the heading on page 1 in a text box. And all we did was just highlight our text, go to our insert text box, and draw text box. And then it will draw a text box around all of that text. Okay. Okay, inserting images, rejecting changes. Okay. 4.6 is one that always comes up. That making sure that one page is in landscape and the other one's in portrait. So what are we going to use to do that? Which breaks? Our section breaks. Okay, so we need a section break before, section break after, and then it will make sure that that page is only in landscape. So let me just, let's see, page 2. Oh, I need to put that map in there.
So then add a page.
Yeah, you can do it. That's not fair. Just do continuous.
Is it because
I didn't.
Okay, so
Oh, wait.
have a look here quickly. So all I did was I turned on the paragraph markings, right? Then I went down. I went to the end of the first page, and you can see there's already a page break. But that's fine. What I did, I just clicked next to it, layout, breaks, and I just used my first section break, my section break next page. Then I went on to the second page, because at the end of the second page, do you see there's a page break? Right? And I went next to that page break, also entered a section break next page, and that allowed me then to have page 2 in landscape and the others still in portrait.
So what do you do with the extra page? You just press delete.
You can. Okay, and the last one in Word is to do with our tables. And yeah, things went a bit sideways there. No problem. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 6 marks up for grabs on this. First thing they want us to do is insert a row at the top of the table. So how are we going to go about doing that? Right click on that, insert row above. So that's done. Ensure that this row is merged and centered across the entire table. So we're going to highlight that whole row. We've got our table design and our table layout. In table layout, we've got merge cells, and we've got our alignment to make sure it's in the center. Then 4.7.3, they wanted us to add some text in there. That's fine. Don't worry about typing things out. Last one here. Add a formula in the last cell of the second column. So this one over here at the bottom, to determine the total donations and ensure that the format is set to currency. So when I click in there, where do I go to insert a formula? Table layout, formula. They even give us the number format for currency. Now, when it comes to the formulas, they'll usually ask you to do either a sum, and it's going to sum whatever's above. They want to add up whatever's above it. Or they might ask you to do an average. Right? And that's going to be the same, equals average above. Those are really the only things that seem to come up. Click OK. Don't forget to do the number format. Okay, you can see we can do it in that formula section there. No, leave that paste function alone.
Oh, I've never done a
Okay, and then the very last thing with Word is a mail merge. So let's go through this. Let's get to our break. So that's 4.2. Let's open up that document. That's the 4.2 thank you letter. So already grade 12s, when we look at our document here, how many items are we dealing with in terms of merge fields? We've got 3. Okay? So when we start our mail merge, remember there is a specific process, a specific set of steps that we follow. What are those steps? So we're going to go to mailings. In fact, just before we do that, we just need to read the question. Maybe that's a good idea. Okay, prepare a letter for every donor and merge the document as follows. Use the file donors.xlsx in the Q4 folder as the data source. Right, so let's go and do that step at least. So mailings, we're going to go start mail merge. This is a letter. We're going to go select recipients, use an existing list because they've told us what that list is. Yeah, we need to go and find that. And this is what you should then see when you've added that Excel file. We're then going to click OK. So now we've already got 4.8.1 done. So we've already got 2 marks. For another 2 marks, they say to us they want us to sort the data in ascending order according to the last name and ensure that the person does not get the letter twice. Once we've done that, they want us to insert the fields, which is basic. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to click on Edit Recipient List. Just going to enlarge this. Now, they want me to do what? They want me to sort it in ascending order according to the last name. Is there a sort button here?
Yes.
So we're going to click on sort, sort by last name, ascending, and click OK. Then they say to us for the second mark, ensure that the person does not get the letter twice. Find duplicates. And then I'm going to take the tick out of one of them. Click OK. You'll see it. You see, you can do it that way. Or if you see the options here, you can just take the tick out there as well. And I'm going to click OK. Now we can go and insert our merge fields.
So it's fine if you just replace it over the highlighted.
That's fine.
So it will appear highlighted with the added names.
I'm going to go preview results to make sure it works. And then this is probably the most important part, the finish and merge, because we know we go finish and merge, edit individual documents, we click OK, and then we get to this screen. Okay, now, this is where I've seen many people go wrong. Look at the banner right on top. We opened a document that was called 4_2 thank you letter. What do you see in front of you at the top? Letters 1, which means when the merge was finished, it created a new document for you. So now I want you to save that into that save folder as completed merge. Make sure it's in that same folder. And click save. Now, the reason I'm saying this is grade 12s, just have a look here. This is what should happen. Once I'm done with everything, I should be able to close both these files and I should be able to open both of them without an error. So I go and I open up completed merge, and there, that's done.
So what if it's opening is document online, do it SQL command?
Yeah, you need to watch where you actually and how you inserted that file. Just say yes. Okay. We're all okay with it.
Yes.
Gita said we should have a break.
Yes, so we should have a break now, please.
So,
You inserted the field. Because if you haven't inserted the field, it's also like
you're complaining there. Just wanted to show you.
yes.
Yeah, they should have been.
Okay.
Now, okay. So then you must just be All right. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, a couple of minutes, and then we're going to come back with Excel and HTML. See you guys after the break. The same. I'll come back to the stream.